Going to do in Module D, which is where we really get into the main project for the semester and the proposal paper itself. And so I'm going to walk through what we're going to do in that particular module so that you know kind of what's coming up. Okay, so like I said, Module D is our proposal module, and this is going to run from Wednesday, Thursday of this week, and then all the way through to almost the end. We do have one more module after this, and I'll get on that as soon as I can, so we'll have some fun with that. So the first few things you're going to do, of course, is read a chapter, do a little bit of a quizzy thing, and it's like the Smart Book stuff that we do. One on writing a proposal, so you know kind of what you're up against. And then we're going to do some sample stuff. Remember in Module C, we did the Power of Process thing, and we did the ethos, pathos, logos, and kind of worked with those kinds of things with a particular article, so we're all doing the same thing at the same time so we can help each other out. And so that's what we're going to do again. We're going to do a sample analysis of a particular article, and then you're going to kind of do small bites of that for discussion board, post, and then replies. So that's kind of what we've done before, but it's going to be on slightly different focus. And so for this particular thing, we are interested in the rhetorical appeals because that's always an issue with an argument paper, which is what a proposal really is. And we're doing some work with tone and genre expectations and things like that. We're still going to do some stuff with the appeals, but we're going to focus more on kind of the also ran stuff from the other one. You're also going to write early on a proposal outline, and the outline is pretty specific things you have to do. Now, for me as a writer, outlines are helpful, especially if I think of them as suggestions. I think a lot of folks get too rigid in how they expect their paper to go, and then how it really ends up, and it causes all kinds of problems for them. But just think of the outline as, okay, this is a suggestion. What I'm thinking about right now, this is how I would do it. And if that ends up being exactly how your paper works out, hooray! If you have to change some things or go a different direction, hooray! It's to get some things down on paper, okay? That's the hardest part for most folks, and so we kind of start low stakes and get some things written down, get some feedback, and then really do the thing for the grade. Okay, don't forget, this particular assignment is the big paper, so it's worth 20% of your grade, so pay attention, okay? We're going to do normal kind of, here's all the documents you need, here's a discussion about what you're going to do, it's a mark as reviewed thing, and then we're going to do some more stuff in the book, presenting information, making an argument. We're also going to do a mini discussion board peer review. We're just going to do the first two sections of the proposal and watch the video on the proposal, and I'll lay all that out there. We're going to do a discussion board on like the first two sections of the paper. You can get some feedback from each other and move some things that way. And then you're going to finish the draft, and I'm going to look at it and give you feedback and make sure you've got all your ducks in a row. And so that's how that's going to work. Please, please, please make sure that you have your research log up to date. You should have, with this particular module, at least 11 logs in there. And really what you want to look at is which ones are you using in your proposal. Go back in your research log and make sure they're all there so you don't lose points like we did on the annotated bibliography. Okay, so okay, little rough draft, complete rough draft, and then we're almost done. The proposal self-assessment is another one of those power of process things, so give yourself a little bit of time for that. Please, please, please do that before you turn in your final draft, because, you know, it might help you find a spot that I missed or that I didn't get to talk about or whatever you added. And anyway, it'll be helpful, so do it first, okay? And then the last thing, D11, is our final draft. So make sure it's polished. Make sure you read everything out loud. And I know I say that all the time, and my students kind of roll their eyes at me, but reading it out loud gives your brain exactly what's on the page. When you read it to yourself, or you read it in sections to yourself, it says what your brain says it says. Okay, whether it's there or not. It's a cognitive thing that really helps if you read it out loud. Now, I know there are a lot of folks who have a hard time with that. You do know that on Word, you can click the little thing and it'll read to you. Even better, really. But you have to sit there and make sure that you're doing the revisions as you go along. So, fix the issues you find. Don't just read them and move on, okay? I can't tell that you did that, so read and move on. Fix the things on your draft. Make sure it's your best draft. Make sure it's the right format. And get that baby in on time, okay? Let me know if you have questions about Module D. You know how to get a hold of me. You have my email.